Back again? Glad to help, but I don't know how much I can do for you.
How fare you, sister? Every morning, fresh soldiers.
Students of magic, masters of spell.
Good evening, my lady.
Fetch this, clean that, never a moment's rest. Hello, young lady.
On behalf of myself, my wife and my daughter, I welcome you to the spire top, and all that House she is being sent to Cluricon. This is preposterous. You are a student there yourself, are you not? Many of the important and you must forgive my lady Tanra if she's some... You see, some of the great houses have been slower. I'm the patriarch of the Wyvern Gift Great House. Show the proper respect. The Orbocant is our ruling council. Its members are shrouded except the Elum. It is peculiar, I confess, that we kept my name, but the Wyverns atop this... You will also find the Scholia Arcana. Very good, then. Why, hello.
Good day, my lady.
A prayer for our troops. The Elun speaks. The
Tell me, what brings you to this sacred place? For prayer? For the weaving of your fate? There is something peculiar. I had heard rumors, but never thought... Well, it is good to meet you. It is said that our goddess is the goddess of magic. But by so being, she is goddess of the heart of things. This temple was founded by Baala Tiran herself. Mother and prophet. It was High Priestess Tiran who led our people from Glen Sutton. It was she who found Rathea. Where were you raised, child, that you do not know this? It is 3 tasks, performed in sojourn, service, and giving. They wind from outward to inward. It is no idle turn of phrase. Though you gave of yourself to earn it, you began when you entered this temple. The first task, with it, travel to the 3 springs blessed by Priestess Tiran on her sojourn from the north. Fill the amphora with some. 1 is just outside Rathea. A 2nd in Lower Gallifore. The 3rd is in Snow. Bring the amphora I gave you to each of the 3 sacred springs. When you are done, return to me.
Do you seek fate weaving? See Priestess. Taranin.
Oh, hello. Welcome to our temple. I am a daughter of Lyria, one of many sons. My station is to look after the relics sacred to our order. Sadly, all are welcome here to pray, to reflect and find peace. If you seek fate, the goddess of magic, fate, mysteries. But Lyria is concerned with what is, and what can truly change it. Priestess Saranin oversees the temple. Though her station is high, she will weave your fate if you ask, or lead you on the sacred ritual we call the Orison. The Lunar Gardens, or sometimes the Garden of Eternal Night, dedicated to the goddess Lunala. Lunala is goddess of night, the moon, and what is hidden. It is said she is Lyria's handmaiden, or her daughter, it has left so many scars on our city, our souls, and the land beyond. Nor has it stopped taking life. When the war first came, we sent one out. This served 2 purposes. It brought faith and strength to our soldiers there. And if Rathea, we have announced a gold reward for their return, but sadly, none have yet come back. Please do. There are at least 6 that I know of, sent to the major. Bring any you find to me. Lyria rewards those in her favor. More than 1! Oh, truly, Lyria's fortune shines upon you. Take this as they were primarily sent to the strongholds of the plains of Arathel, but any that you find will be gladly welcomed and thanked with gold. Goodbye.
Yeah? What are you doing here? I don't suppose you're becoming a child of Lyria. They break away from all the rules, the trappings, and be themselves. I remember that was why I first joined. I spent my life growing up in the upper city of Rathea, so there's always colors and dancing and music. I feel free there. It's hard to be apart from it. Stupid area. I've taken orders before, but a commander ought to at least look a soldier in the eye when telling them. But the Hierophant doesn't do that. The orders just come in secret and no one takes responsibility for them. A damn fool idea, if you are the damned fool. All the work I do for him in camp, all the sacrifices I've made to be with him. He's ignored it all. He made a little mistake, but that's the last one. I won't wait around until he forgets me entirely. I'm not the queen of anything now, and I'm not keen to do any talking. Lyria, you think you might want to speak a little more quietly? I don't need anyone here getting wise to me. And let me guess, you're a traveler and you've been called to seal the cowl of the maiden. Well, I beat you to it. Cowl's mine. I guess you're right. Irian has a flair for the melodramatic, sure, but I know he's taken my loss hard. It seems I can't get away from the travelers. They really are my life. Fine, take the cowl. I'm headed back to Moon Camp. Farewell. I couldn't stomach life in the Temple of Lyria anyways. Moon Camp is... I once lived in Rathir's upper city, and then I fell... But there was little joy in my father's heart for our feelings, so I... Farewell.
Did you hear?
The City Watch never rests.
Good. Is it true? The Archsage Calidus is gone. It is a pleasure, Your Eminence.
Wards can be a tricky thing if you don't know how to handle them. Keep care of yourself.
Many greetings, Archsage. What can I do for you? Attend to your studies.
Good day.
Savant Engai, speak to Bill Brandy or Will Donnell if you're looking.
Greetings, Archsage. Is there something in particular I can do for you? Remember, everyone be sure to do the reading.
have many things I wish to attend to, but I can always make time if there's a matter you wish to discuss. You can find me here.
Greetings, Archsage.
Archsage!
Don't mind me.
City Watch, move along.
City Watch!
Curios, talismans, items of power.
The breeze is nice, eh?
Back again? Glad to help. I was wondering, but I'm afraid I can't give it over, stranger. It's not for sale.
things lately? Will I watch the last of life flow from my land? Will I stand still as stone while the essence of its beauty drains away? No. Like Issa girding armor against own, I, Mihari, will wrestle with the sinking sun. If that is what it takes to keep my land.
I could trust you. I'll take that, and here's your gold, then. In through Verki's water gates?
have rolled up the song within these lands, raked the life from the bones of the earth. I've left it shivering and stripped bare. I hold its dying magic in my arms.
It was a dark and unending dream you found me in. But day has broken, and there it goes.
Kras has vowed to protect us, even though we are not of the same race.
You're blocking my sunshine, broad shoulders. They aren't so scary. People round here are just bitter because the Tuatha destroyed their lives. I'm just here. What do you want me to say? My farm was burned just... Goodbye.
I saw you coming. Hope you'd visit. Just about mad with worry. What? Tell me, child. Have you noticed a young woman about? She's quite fair, with red hair, a tattoo like mine across her cheek. I am no one. Everything that defined me. My livelihood, my family, my home. All of them will... Their campfires burn all through the night and cast unsettling shadows. They're the worst kind of bandits. Those who don't kill for it. None of us wish to be without a roof over our heads, begging for our meals from any man or woman. My newfound love, and the only person I have. Everyone, my wife, my son, my grandchildren, all of... She and several of her friends went in search of a better place to make our camp. This wretched sun takes its toll. Would you do an old man this one kindness? Would you help me find her? Thank you. I am not rich. Not anymore. But what Lyra went in search of refuge in Oriata's tomb. A better place than this desolate cliff. I would try the cemetery on the hill where they buried all the old war. A fitting memorial for a great man. He saved our people from complete... She resisted my advances at first. Tried to use our differences in age to... We began as friends. I was the hunter and she was my apprentice. But her skills quickly None of us wished to be without a roof over... She and her friends were crawling all over the hill near... Goodbye and good luck.
Some of us fought.
welcome sight. A minute more and I'd be joining our friends on the hill. I just figured everyone out here in the Forsaken Plain was either a refugee or one of the freemen. Looks like I was wrong. I'm a refugee, like the others in the tents. It's a desperate place. People will do anything to see the next morning. You've got to watch your step in the Forsaken Plain, for every cave holds a back. The freemen are especially fierce, for they're fighting not for the take, but for their very survival. I don't mind it as much as most, but I was raised in Detir, so I can handle the heat. Not all of us are from the village of Colm. We come from all along. The Tuatha have put our possessions to the flame, but we will never accept defeat. Actually, I'm a bit ashamed to say. I'm searching for a grave. They say he died early in the march west, claimed by the Forsaken Plain. Rumor has it he's buried with the famous rings of Aether. I'm glad to hear it. There's plenty of ground to cover between here and... Most of the graves are along the refugee route, usually surrounded by crude marking. I heard Azo profited greatly from the war in the east, but the Forsaken Plain is no place for fat, wealthy merchants. They say he died quickly, with not a soul to mourn him. If I knew, I wouldn't be hiking all over this hill, reading names on worn gravestones. With my luck, it's on the other side of the Forsaken. Bye.
I knew someone would come. They all said we were as good as dead, but I held out hope. I don't know why. Never had any reason to hope before. So what's your story? Grave robber? Treasure hunter? Or like us? A refugee in... We weren't looting, believe me. We'd have no place to put it. In fact, all we were hoping for was some shelter from the elements, for a moment's shade. But this tomb is protected by something devil... How noble of you. If this were any other situation, I would question... The lever to deactivate the blades is located in the room at the top of the stairs, past the rune trap that summons the Fair Quarter. If you can get us out of this, you'll be someone special indeed. She's from the camp on the hill leading into a mare. She's a liar and a thief. Twice I've caught her sneaking into our tents. He is my beloved. Yes, there is a difference in our ages. But I believe that Omer... I don't know much about Oriator, but what they taught in the village schoolhouse. Omer Vogard was Kuln's primary hunter, but it wasn't long after that I took over his job, and his heart. I tend to stalk my prey as opposed to shoot it. The name fits. We didn't have an easy life when we farmed. We probably could have sought refuge in Rathir, but there is no way that Doc will... She's from the camp on the hill leading into a mare. She's from the camp on the hill leading into a mare. She's a liar and a thief. Twice I've past the rune on the floor and up the steps in the memorial hall. Try not to let the statues see you.
Our savior!
Yes?
I knew I could count on you to bring her back. I could see it in your eyes. A spark of recognition. You have a love too. Or did at one point. There is no thanks worthy of this deed. But you were entitled to something. I was a hunter once. Those days are finished. Yours, it seems, are just beginning. See you. We've been walking for days. Goodbye.
You're welcome.
Not many people would aid a bunch of refugees with no standing and...
still a lot. Now, what is it that I can do for you? Widows spare you.
You seek answers.
Is waiting for you. Please, please.
Grand as this is, can't help it.
Conceived in chaos, birthed in stolen magic, torn from fate, child of two fathers, treacheries in treacheries, winter is broken. The puppet king upon his throne, drinking flattery and lies. The power that grows in him is not his own. In the east it did begin, as it will end. From behind the veil she screams. Madness and rage. Madness and rage.
We realize this may be confusing for you. Fate, like the Fae, cannot be changed. But the Tuatha are Fae who have become something new, and you are a mortal who is free from fate's weave. Gadflow claims that the Tuatha are the work of his new god. If the Tuatha are the creations of a god, what does that make you? The time of the Fae is passing. Our land and our souls are diminishing. Gadflow's war means the death of us all, Fae and mortal alike. It is written in the... It is too late for us, but not for you. That is the fate which I look to you to change. The power of a god in the brash hands of a mortal. This is why Niralim fears what you might be. This age has seen much change. Change we once thought was impossible. We were wrong. That is how I understand it now. You are intertwined with the power in Alabastra. There can be no doubt of that. We do not know what will happen when you travel there, but we know that the power behind Gadflow is your ultimate goal. His god holds your answer, and the fate of this world. I thank you, and perhaps you can help change our world's fate as well. I have seen those who were destined to be heroes, for whom great deeds came naturally. They come, they act. You do great things not because you must, but because you choose to. That is by far a far truer greatness. You are right. No one can force this upon you, but the Tuatha and their god will continue to seek you out. When they do, know that while you may be unbound by fate, dare to fight it, you must assemble allies. Seek their aid to assemble your forces. Only then can you hope to resist the forces arrayed against you. Our cold cousins across the sea. Do not think the Winter Court our enemies, for to walk in their starlit gardens once again, or sip their calming stone tea. But it is the deepest tragedy that our fall should come from our own. Make no mistake, Gadflow is the... In fighting him and his army, you will surely spell our doom. For that tragic truth, we forgive you. We are the dreams of warmth and safety, given physical form. But these dreams are endangered by Gadflow and the long winter. The summer and winter courts have always ruled the Feylands in harmony, as the seasons wash across the world. The Winter Fae who followed him called themselves Tuatha, and bore a mark of Prismere upon them. Their power has grown since our kind returned to this world so long ago. It has been my honor to serve as High King of the Sun. My rule was always shared with the High King of the Winter Court, until Gadflow arose. Now both of our people are in peril. The weave is a puzzle. Each person is a piece, the edges of their fate locking together with... However, you are no longer a puzzle piece. You are a dollop of paint. You cut, but more dangerously, you repaint the picture of reality itself. Who can trust that your design is better than...
I couldn't make out half of what the king was saying, but it sounds like you've got your work cut out. Good thing you won't be facing it alone. In fact, I think I've got a lead on finding an old friend of ours. Old Fomorous Hughes, of course. If anybody can help, it's bound to be the gnome who brought you back to life. I've been asking around and I was able to make contact with his... All gnome scholars have a Templar who sponsors their research. And apparently, Hughes' sponsor, Templar Octien, is desperate to find him. Go southwest to the Hollowlands and Detir. Octien will be waiting there to discuss how you might reach Hughes. You're not the only one on the hunt for Hughes. Octien has...
Who would have thought you were so interesting? Death seems to have worked out very well for you. Agoth's looking for escape. Niralim's looking for a savior. and Tatarian is looking for a champion, and I'm impressed. You're right. This won't be easy. The Tuatha have our forces under siege at Mel Senshir, and their power has only grown over the years. You'll need more help than just me and that old Fate Weaver. You'll need an army. A few years ago, one warrior could have slipped past unnoticed, but stealth is no longer an option, not even for me. But there is hope. In the plains of Erethel there waits a player who has been away from this game for far too long. It is time to contact General Telera. Meet me in the village of Emer, and I will tell you everything. None of us could have foreseen the rise of Gadflo and his army, but we should have, and now we're all facing. Be on your way.
Tavern. Back again? Glad to help, but I don't know how.
many new faces in the market.
City Watch, be on your way.
Good tidings.
Oh, such a song of lovers lost and found. I have not had such tale. The joyness is back in his pace. A beauty true, a queen of love and blades. Goodbye. Fly high.
You've stolen the items, and my fair maiden's heart back as well. For saving my marriage, take this ring. My vows lie in my heart now. With these, you take another step closer to becoming a master thief. May the Hierophant watch over your every step. That said, there is another job at hand. Would you like to accept it? The amulet is in Rithen. The Hierophant seems to hold it in some special significance, but as with the light of love ablaze in my heart once more, I can call myself the King of Cups with bless the Hierophant, bless our guide. I was told to keep faith. You were specifically requested to perform it, along with a traveler of Moon Camp named Phasma. Yes, the Hierophant was adamant that you and Phasma, but Phasma is no faithful. He came to our number recently, and his lack of respect is contemptible. The Hierophant gave him an opportunity. Hopefully, go and pray before the Hierophant. There you will... Good day.
You have come. Good. Now that you are ready to continue, I know what must be done. You and Phasma Hume are to steal the Amulet of Rithen. The unbeliever has been attentive for once. He is eager to prove himself. The amulet is the object I want you to steal. That is the only information you require. Rithen is a labyrinth of curious make. You will work with another... Phasma does not take his worship of the Hierophant to Heartshade. He will learn the need...
So you got all that right? The Hierophant is sending us to Rithen. I always took the Hierophant for a horned beast. Telling thieves what to steal, telling the free to worship. Some leader. I came here looking to get away from orders, but it seems you travellers follow commands like everyone else. I left a life of luxury behind to become one of the travellers of legend, like Spinning Tom or even Mare and Irian in the old days. I left the law and rules and trappings when I joined up, only to be saddled with a new seer. More like a new Ovis. Right, here I am, jabbering like a thrice-damned malt worm. Or the Hierophant. You go to Rithen by the main entrance. I'll take another path, and I'll meet you in there. Heard about that, did you? It seems that we're starting to be... And ashamed to say, I've figured our guy to be nothing but a barrel-gated loggerhead. A great traveller's name is on the lips of every tavern maid, given enough time. They're the ones with true legacy. Place is ghostly, dankish and strange. All of Tywilly was scarred by the war. But Mooncamp is fine. I mean, it seems all the travellers would rather rob a noble... The leadership here does lap up the words of the Hierophant, though. Like a bunch of mangy wretched sod. Even with his lover here, he cares more for dances and plays than thievery. Puts a man off his ale. Mare's got the skill of a master thief, anyone can see that. Now that she's back with a piss-poor husband, keep going.
Need some leverage with greedy merchants? Bartering is just a kind of performance, and I can teach you its secret. Irian's back to his better self now that Mare's come back to... Glad to see that Mare's back. Irian, I bid you goodbye.
Mare's all right as a leader of Mooncamp, but Irian?
Selling any clothes? Well, it's nice to see you again. Have you drudged up any cloth to sell me? He's a different man with Mare at his... It's good to see him happy again. I'm happy that Mare returned. I only... Pleasant journeys.
Hello, stranger.
So, you made it. Remember, there's more than just your reputation on the line. I hope you're ready. Right. Looks like there's a lever on my side. Looks like it opens something on your side. Remember me. Made it through fine, I see. Time to return the favour. Good riddance. There's a problem. I can't find a way forward, and I think you're up again. Good riddance. What was that? Oh! Oh, hell! Get him off! Oh, looks as though we made it, despite what the Hierophant predicted. So much for her vaunted prophesying. The door opens with 2 pressure plates. You stand on one, and I'll stand on the other. What are you looking at? What? Ah! It burns! It's... I can't move!
Well, ain't this a sight to take in? My own little dove, all grown up and robbing this place with no care. Took a bit of doing to track you and poor Phasma down here, but when I heard what job you were on, I had to find you. The Hierophant had it in for me. Meant to see me on a noose for not being a quiet little servant. So I left the Travellers. I guess as long as I got a message, it didn't matter if I was dead or not. Hierophant's mistake. I had to learn what I could of the Hierophant, and that all brought me here, to you. I've been off in the dark for a while, Dove, and I'm sorry for that, after all you did for me, an own stand. I had to go underground. I had to do a little digging, and I found a bit, Dove. I found quite a bit. I told you the Hierophant set me up. Well, just in case you had any doubts, the Hierophant set you and Phasma up here. Think, Dove. True, Phasma ran his mouth about the Hierophant, but you're a separate case. I did some digging. The Hierophant sees all, knows all, so they say. Except you, and that makes you a threat. You were both sent here because the Hierophant knew at least one of you would be cursed. So I came to help. We helped pull Phasma. I heard the job would take you to Rithen, and I learned about the amulet. This gem should be able to negate the curse. Give it to Phasma, will you? It's most likely what's behind this insurrection. Some amulet of Telogris disguised as a gift. Always check a gem for... The Hierophant had it in for me, so I left it. I had to learn what I could of the Hierophant. Strange place, ain't it? The old captain here got fed up. Used that gem I gave you on the amulet that cursed him.
You saved me. When I was trapped in that curse, I didn't know what would happen. But you saved me. And Grim's here. Grim Olwig? They said he was dead. You should speak to him. It looks like you're the one he came for. Let's move. I'm with Grim now. There's nothing for me in the camps. Lot of followers with their heads in the clouds. They're not seeing things because of egg-eating, swill-sucking, take-it-in-the-eye-for-a-side, twig-wrench. Let's move.
Good to see Phasma's back among the moving. Let's make sure we don't let the Hierophant get him. If you see Irian, tell him Phasma died. But on to other things. You've been running around these lands like a good traveller, Dove. But now, I have a job for you. We've all tasted the Hierophant's malice. Now let's make sure we return the... I got a plan, Dove. We're doing more than getting our revenge. We're removing the Hierophant from power to rule that the Hierophant meant for me to die while stealing a certain book, the Missives of Sable, which was claimed by the gnomes after we left. I can think of no better weapon for my revenge. But the gnomes have hidden it away. I need you to steal the glass of ambient to help us locate. It's unlucky, Dove, but it's your lot. The Hierophant sees all, knows all. It's an ancient bit of Irathi magic. It's older than these lands. With the right thought, it shows the object of one's desire, if it be a familiar thing. Look, Dove, the Hierophant don't know we're alive, and when we're found, but it's worse than that. The Hierophant's not just getting rid of dissidents, they're keeping the in time. The Travellers will be nothing more than suckling babes, dependent on the Hierophant. It's in an old Irathi ruin to the south, called the Blackened Hall. Between you and the glass is an army of demons. To bypass the trials, I left you a gift at the dungeon's entrance. Buru's boots. The glass is powerful, Dove, and well guarded. But you're the only one who walks free of the Hierophant's gaze. It's all up. There's the Isle of Flame, where any who aren't quick on their feet will... Then there's the Dark Maze, a labyrinth of hidden paths. Lastly is the Guardian. They say it's a demon that can't be killed. But if you use the Rhythm Amulet, thought you might need to rely on a bit more than your odd luck on this one, Dove. I meant to get the Master's pick as well, but... Sometimes, Dove. Now, use them as you wish. But they ain't got much magic left in them, so be warned. An Iskaru, Dove. Legends say she fooled the king of Blackened Hall. Slipped is the Isle of Flame. Now then there's the Dark Maze, a labyrinth. Lastly is the Guardian. They say it's an Iskaru, a nasty bit of ruin from what I heard. Wonderful too, I reckon. So the story goes, at any rate. We'll take a thief of good class to... The story goes that they're drawn to the glass like thieves to it. Supposedly, they thought the glass could help them see, but it's in the Blackened Hall. The trials within aren't insurmountable. I nabbed a few familiar items to help you. You've got your work cut out for you, Dove. And I...
does not seem so strange. I'm sure there are many people who in their youth had a similar experience, but of course I am leaving something out. I mentioned the unrest in my soul. I know it intimately. When I was young, I was visited by something unlike anything else of this world. It was an ephemeral, ghostly thing. I called it a divine spirit, for I had no better word to describe it. This thing was not fey, but possessed a timelessness like one. It glowed with an aura of magic about it, but I was not afraid, for a serene peace was born on the countenance of this divine spirit.
That's the glass of ambient, then. Nicely done. And it says the missives are... very interesting. I'm saving that for another time. Now there's one piece of this puzzle missing. We need to find out who the Hierophant is. And to do that, we part ways, for now. Your path lies in Sun Camp, to the south. Lay low, take some jobs, and we'll end this soon enough. It's not like here, Dov. The heat's enough to kill the smile on a traveller. Act inconspicuous. The Hierophant's still watching, and will learn that you... While you're there, speak with camp's leader, R.A, and get some work. Hopefully, it will she's quite a harsh one, but mostly harmless.
Yes, stranger?
What is it? Is something wrong? Yes? I have a moment I can... Spare for you. Stay safe.